Miss, are you okay? These two young maids had been with me since childhood. They had happily followed me as part of my bridal party, but who knew the bride would be switched halfway? They were scared out of their minds. Now that they saw me, their tears fell like broken strings of pearls. They checked me up and down, afraid I had been hurt. My heart ached. In my last life, they followed me into the Marquise's manor and suffered a lot. That cruel mother-in-law beat and scolded them all the time. Whenever I made a mistake, they were punished for me. I held their hands tightly and gently shook my head. I let them know I was fine. Then I turned and walked to the hall, giving a gentle bow to the Earl of Jingan. Father. Then I turned slightly and bowed to Chief Minister Tom, who was seated nearby. Greetings, Chief Minister Tom. Miss Lucy, please don't be so formal. Chief Minister Tom quickly reached out as if to help me up. We still have to hear what you think about this matter. The people from the Ningyuan Marquis Manor are waiting outside. Without your word, I don't dare let them in. Back then, you agreed to this marriage too. We thought it was a perfect match, but who knew such a mess would happen on the wedding day? What bad luck. The Marquise's family is being very proper about it, apologizing and adding more betrothal gifts. But that heir has already entered the bridal chamber with Miss Kate. This scandal has spread all over the city. It can't be changed now. They say you sisters are close, so they want you to enter as an equal wife. In name, you'd still be the heir's wife. What do you think? Those words made my heart turn cold. The Ningyuan Marquis family was shameless beyond belief. Equal wife? Heir's wife? What a joke. In front of everyone, my eyes reddened, my lashes trembled, but I kept my back straight and dropped to my knees. Father, your daughter is unwilling. The Earl of Jingan's eyes shifted, and he had the maids help me up. Father, they're a perfect match. Why should I go there and make myself unwanted? Since young Master Jack carried me out of the sedan and married me, if I go back to the Marquise's manor, gossip alone could drown me. They make it sound nice by calling me an equal wife, but my reputation has already been ruined. I won't suffer this insult, and I won't let Father and the Lucy family be laughed at with me. Chief Minister Tom is upright and honorable. Entering the Tom household by mistake must be fate. Please, Father, take back my marriage papers and agree to this marriage. Your daughter is willing to be the Tom family's daughter-in-law and serve her in-laws. Please grant my wish. Every word I said was firm. My expression was steady without the slightest hesitation, and my tone was deeply sincere. Chief Minister Tom was deeply moved, his lips trembling for a long while. Miss Lucy, you are so understanding and honorable. I truly admire your heart. After saying that, he glared hard at Jack beside him, secretly gritting his teeth. Sigh. It's just that this son of mine is really no good. I'm afraid you'll be wronged. I pressed my lips together and looked up at Jack. He said nothing, but his fists were clenched tight, and there was the faintest smile at the corner of his mouth. You can't judge a person by appearances. Chief Minister, how do you know your son isn't a good man who will cherish his wife? I asked softly. Those words left Chief Minister Tom speechless. Jack, who had been standing there in a daze, lit up and stared straight at me, with no idea he should look away. Hearing my decision, the Earl of Jingan felt both happy and worried. Marrying into the Tom family wasn't as glamorous as becoming the Marquise's wife, but Chief Minister Tom was close to the Emperor and held real power. No one dared offend him easily. Their status was a bit lower than the Marquise's family, but at least no one would dare bully me. Since you've thought this through, I can rest easy. Then forget the marriage with the Marquise's family. This way both families can still save face. You've had a long day. Go back and rest first. Tomorrow morning, I'll send someone to exchange the marriage papers and dowry. Chief Minister Tom, I'll have to trouble you with this. Chief Minister Tom agreed again and again, then personally saw the Earl of Jingan to the front gate. At that moment, the happiest person had to be Madame Anna. She had practically gained the perfect daughter-in-law for free, and she felt like the Tom family's ancestors were blessing them. Back when they arranged the marriage with the Kate family, they had been looked down on a lot. People disliked her son, saying this was wrong with him and that was wrong with him. But looking at me now, it was like night and day. The words I said in the front hall defending the Tom family had reached Madame Anna's ears, and she was already over the moon. After all, what mother doesn't feel for her own son? Sure, her son was a little wild, but when it came to his own family, he was solid. And sure, he could be impulsive, but when it came to fighting, the entire Tom family combined couldn't beat him. Young General Jack had a huge secret. He had fallen for his rival's fiancée. The day he first saw me, he lost his mind, thinking day and night about how to steal me home and make me his. Too bad my fiancée and I had grown up together, and our marriage had already been settled. Jack had planned to never marry and just quietly watch over me, but his mother secretly arranged a marriage for him. On his wedding night, he was so mad he didn't even want to lift the veil. I wasn't upset. Behind the red veil, I spoke softly. Husband, are you planning to leave me alone on our wedding night? Jack froze. He grabbed the wedding scale from the tray and lifted my red veil at once. The moment our eyes met, the wedding scale in his hand hit the floor with a loud clang. He stumbled back 3 steps, his voice shaking. How is it you? I immediately pretended to be terrified and shrank back, shouting in fear. Who are you? Amy, help! Somebody help! The door was shoved open, and the maid's scream cut through the night. The room instantly fell into chaos. The guests outside were alarmed too. Madame Anna, the chief minister's wife, rushed over. When she saw me in a wedding dress, sitting by the bed and wiping my tears, she gasped and nearly fainted. It was over. How could Madame Anna not recognize me, the eldest daughter of the Lucy family? I was a well-known noble lady in the capital, and my grandmother was the grand princess. Anna had seen me once from afar at a flower banquet. Someone as outstanding as me couldn't be found twice in the whole capital. Who would have thought a noble lady like me would end up wrongly married into her house? Madame Anna had lived most of her life and had never heard of anything this absurd. Miss Lucy, I've already sent someone to the Marquis's manor. We'll have news soon. I'm so sorry you had to suffer like this. Madame Anna sighed. Before this blows up, we'll switch the marriage back in a bit. I whipped my head around, tears in my eyes. Switch it back? I bowed in front of everyone and entered the bridal chamber. You think one sentence can switch me back? Are you trying to force me to die? Before I even finished speaking, my tears fell. Oh, my poor child, don't cry. Madame Anna felt so guilty she wanted to slap herself, and she quickly tried to comfort me. This really is a terrible wrong done to you. But things have already come to this, so we have to find a way. The guests outside still don't know anything. I was thinking, everyone in this room is family. If we let you stay here without a proper explanation, I wouldn't feel right about it either. The Marquise's family will surely understand too. I let out a cold laugh, raised my hand to wipe my tears, and choked back a reply. They may say they understand, but if I go back to the Marquise's manor like this, who knows what people will say behind my back? I stubbornly turned my face away. If that's how it's going to be, then send me back to the Lucy family. I'd rather spend my life praying in a temple than suffer this kind of humiliation. How is your name ruined? I didn't even touch you. I looked up at him with a mocking smile. A man and a woman alone in the same room, and you say you didn't touch me? Who's going to believe that? Jack was both angry and amused. It's only been a few minutes. What could I even do? I said nothing and just looked at him calmly, my eyes clearly saying, "So that's all you've got?" Jack's face darkened. Just as he was about to lose his temper, Madame Anna slapped him across the face. "You brat! Raising you is like raising a stubborn bull. You can't study, and all you do is cause trouble outside." With such a useless son, Chief Minister Tom couldn't even lift his head in front of the Earl of Jingon. Every extra word felt embarrassing. Though the Earl of Jingon was unhappy, he stayed polite and only gave a small nod. "Lord Tom, don't take it to heart. Things have already come to this. Saying more won't help. Since the Henry family has already held the wedding ceremony, I will never let my daughter marry over there now. The Jingon Earl's family wasn't as powerful as the Marquis family, but it was still a noble house, not to mention we had the Grand Princess behind us. How could we let our girl be humiliated like this? If the news hadn't spread, it could still be covered up, but now all the guests knew. The one who married Henry was the second daughter of the minister's family, not me. While the two fathers were discussing a solution, I sat comfortably in the bridal chamber. Miss Lucy, the old madam, was afraid you'd be hungry, so she had food prepared. If anything doesn't suit your taste, please just say so. The old nanny beside her also bowed, speaking with great respect. Thank you, old madam and nanny, for your kindness. I stood up and slowly walked to the table. A maid came forward to serve me food, and I sat properly as I ate. Every move I made looked like that of a noble lady. My bowl and chopsticks made no sound, and my posture was perfectly elegant. While I was eating, a servant suddenly came to deliver a message. "Miss Lucy, the master and your father are asking for you in the front hall." The nanny led the way. I raised my hand, fixed the loose hair by my ear, and followed her to the front hall. As soon as I stepped inside, Amy and Bella rushed toward me with red eyes, looking like little rabbits, their voices shaking.